Right. Today, a status hearing is what we had planned. And the defendant, you are Randy James Johnson.
Yes.
Mr. West is here. Mr. Minaldi is your attorney. You don't object to him being here with you, right? Is that okay? Look, when you come to court, dress, would you wear that at church? Why not?
I'm sorry.
Well, but nonetheless, yeah, you leave a shirt in the car or something so that you can put it so it's decent. That's not proper. And it just shows that this isn't, you don't have much respect for the whole process here. That's what this shows. And you should be. It's your liberty at stake.
Yes.
You're looking at up to 2 years confinement in a state jail. All right, Arnie Koenig, that's you?
Yes, sir.
Right. You're here with Mr. Wayne. You were charged with burglary of a building, which would otherwise be a state jail felony, except you got, well, 2 other state jail felony convictions in 2017 and 2021 out of Liberty County, Texas. Does that affect the punishment range on these?
Yes, sir.
Do it. So the state jail felony, that would otherwise be up to 2 years in the state jail because of these prior convictions. This kicks up the potential punishment range to what would be a 3rd-degree felony range, up to 10 years in prison.
Yes.
We are all responsible in crimes. When a crime is committed, every person charged with the crime is subject to the result of the circumstances of the crime and criminal history. Those are the 2 parts of the equation that are part of the criminal system in dispositions of how somebody gets dealt with and the punishment. What are we going to do today, Brian?
Well, we've gone through a couple of
It was an announcement for today.
It was an announcement today. I tried to set up.
It's been a year since he was indicted.
Well, I've gone through a couple of different prosecutors. At this point, we can set it on.
That's not unusual.
But I haven't. I tried to give it this gas ball, but if the court right now,
What do you want to do?
we're at an impasse. Right now, we'll put on the trial.
Sit on trial. Sit on trial.
That's a lot of language to get.
Well, I like to talk. I'm a talker.
Everybody likes to talk, but you need to say something
I gotta say something.
when you're doing that. Randy Johnson?
I don't know. I really don't know. I paid little attention to. I don't know.
Okay, can you hear now?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I called your case. The trooper said his name. What's your name?
Samuel John Kruger.
Okay, were you present for the first hearing where I laid out all your options, your rights and remedies?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you need anything repeated or expanded upon or further explained?
I don't believe so.
Okay, this is Lab Matt's fault, and also Zach over at LawNerdsUnite, of course. I haven't seen it, but I'm ready to be disappointed.
Okay, what's your choice?
I would like to admit responsibility with an explanation.
Okay, what would you like the trooper to hear about you, sir?
Let me close these conference room doors. I am so sorry for. I am a person in recovery. At the time of the stop, I had previously a year and a half of clean time, and at the time of the stop, I was just coming back to my meetings, and I had like 30 days. And I also work a high pressure job, and I also run a side business. So life's been a lot, and I believe I was very cordial with them and respectful.
This is something with brake lights, correct? This is a
Yes, ma'am.
okay. Well, first of all, I want to commend you on your personal journey because that's, as I understand it, that's.
Don't encourage it, Judge. Don't encourage it. It's good if you're trying to stay off substances. It is. But
It's hard every day, like, or every minute, right? Depending
Yeah, it
on
never
where you
gets
are.
easier. Yeah. I mean, but it's very, very rewarding.
Yeah. So first of all, congratulations on that. So that's always, I think every minute or every day that it works out for you is something to be celebrated.
It is.
And it kind of makes a ticket like this, seem not frivolous because it's serious, but it seems like you've conquered a lot of harder things in your life. So
Well,
first of all,
no, it really doesn't. But I get it. She's trying to be supportive, but now you've got it's bad. I feel bad for him. I do. To be that emotionally dysregulated that you're crying over frickin' brake lights and a ticket. That's probably what led to his drug use. And in a serious sense, I hope he gets help and works it out. But just, watching his court appearance, it's hilarious is what it is.
I agree because I work on cars. That's my side business. And I just didn't have my lights fixed. It's really stupid.
okay. Well, sometimes life can get overwhelming, right, Trooper? Sometimes we take better care of other people than our own things. Okay. So I understand. So have you gotten it fixed?
The trooper's trying is suppressing a laugh himself. He's like, yeah, okay.
Yes and no. I bought tinted taillights for whatever stupid reason, and I didn't realize they were illegal in Michigan. I have the original
Yeah. Tint is for taints.
ones still. They're on my front porch. I haven't got time to put them in yet.
Are you driving the
last
car without
night-
brake lights?
I have 2 cars. I have a truck as well, so no.
Okay. So you're not driving it.
I didn't know tint was involved. Oh, look at this. Tint and a man crying. This is just everything I need today.
So,
Right.
I just
Wait.
now completed like the things I had for my business, the things I had promised for my business last
Okay.
night. So now I can work on my own things and focus more on my job at work and
Okay. So
get things.
were you nice to the officer when he pulled you over?
Yes, ma'am. I believe I was.
Okay. And what have you learned? Like, why are brake lights important on the road?
So people can see where you're going and see when you're stopping. I learned that I should make sure that my vehicle is in proper working order before taking it where I need to go.
Okay. Trooper, having heard the explanation, is there anything you would like the court to consider on behalf of this?
I got another one for you. Maybe don't cry in court. Because if you do, you get a chili.
Driver, sir.
Mr. Kuger was respectful during the stop. I did make the citation waivable if he did fix his taillights, which it doesn't necessarily seem that he did. I did give him a warning that day for failing to yield. So if
Okay, so
God. Oh my God. All he had to do was switch the lights. And he doesn't even get a ticket. And he has the unmitigated gall to come cry like a baby in front of the judge. Oh, he needs the Chisnator in the worst way. And I believe this is the Chisnator's room. I'm not sure.
lights are not fixed, then we'll go forward with that citation.
okay, hang on. So how long will it take you to fix the brakes?
It'll take me 30 seconds. I have all the tools. The original ones are on my front porch.
Okay,
It would literally take.
okay. It's
Yeah.
just causing concern because you could have done this before and then you would have had no
You're right.
issue. So this isn't this is a defective equipment though. This isn't points, right?
I believe so, yes.
I'm trying to find where it is on here.
I have the paperwork in front of me, I believe.
No, Trooper, this is just a defective equipment, right?
It's Your Honor, defective equipment for brake lights.
I know I can't find this on my list. Okay, hold on 1 second, please. I have to find the fines. Okay, the fine for that is, did you say 130? Okay, the fine for that is 130, sir, but I'm gonna reduce it to $95 for you so that you can use some of the money to fix the brake lights. If you would have fixed it before today, it may have been dismissed. So how long do you need to pay, sir? You can pay online, in person. What's the other one? Or you can mail us a check. And I
Like,
work with
if at all
14
possible, like
days,
7
21
days,
days.
7. Oh yeah, like that's
14
fine.
days, 14
I could
days.
pay within 7, I think.
Okay, you can come to the court, okay, and you can pay online. But the most important thing is get those brake lights fixed, okay? All right, anything further, Trooper Melissa?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Cougar, is it? Oh, I misspelled your name.
Kruger,
so
like Freddy.
sorry.
There's 2 E's as well. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. Oh, you.
Rueger.
Okay. So sorry about that. Okay. So you can pay and we're all set on this. Okay. So good luck to you. Keep up all
Thank
of
you
your
so
hard
much.
work. Okay.
I know this is not your matter, but I had another court case on a ticket scheduled out of your court, I think, but it was another judge, and they scheduled it on Veterans Day. I showed up
Okay.
on Zoom.
So
Obviously,
Trooper,
no
you
one was
can
there.
leave. And if you can just hold 1 second till my Madam Clerk comes
Sure.
back, I'll look up your case. And
Thank
Trooper,
you,
that
ma'am.
concludes the docket. Be safe on the road and thank you for helping the drivers today.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Okay, so just hold tight, Mr. Kruger. You could, if you want to go back to work, and then when my clerk comes in, I'll just give you.
I'm punched out anyways. It doesn't
Okay.
matter.
All right, then I have Nathan Eichelberger.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Eichelberger, you're here on 2024 TR 2799. It's like you were scheduled for a diversion revocation hearing, maybe,
Yeah, it was October 27th is what I remember.
and you did not appear, so Judge Biggie issued a warrant.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. What's the status, sir?
I am currently incarcerated in Russell County until December 7th. So I'm not an attorney for that. I was my own attorney for that. I communicated with Noah Becker to get the diversion set. So
Do you want an attorney for this, you're saying?
yeah, I was gonna ask if I could apply for an attorney.
You can apply for an attorney, yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was wanting to do since
Mr. Becker, what do you want? You want to just leave that bench warrant out so they go pick him up when he's done in Russell County?
I have a hold in Mitchell County as well too. So
I would like our warrant to remain active so that we can pick
Okay.
them up when everything.
It's bad. The attorney's like, yeah, keep the warrant on him so that I can eventually see him. We're here for a revocation on a diversion, which means he's trying to get out. He's trying to keep his record clean, so so he doesn't get a conviction. But he has to attend it from jail in another county. And then as they're discussing bond, he's like, "Well, I do have a hold in yet another county." Before I can get back to deal with whether or not we're gonna stick with my diversion. I'm guessing no.
Mr. Eichelberger, fill out your application for appointed counsel, have them get it over to Ellis County, and I'll take a look at it.
okay, how they said that they don't have a
They don't have a form?
form for Ellis County, Your Honor.
I can fax it to them if they would fax it back to us.
Okay.
If someone there, can they give me the fax number?
Kids are gone. So.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
785
They never want to play.
4830 3681.
And it's crazy because.
Okay. Thank you.
There's two of them.
Okay, get that paperwork done when you receive it, get it back, and then we'll get an attorney appointed so that you'll have counsel for your next
Alrighty.
meeting.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yep, that's all I have for you. You're excused. Thanks, Russell County, for obliging us this morning.
Yep, not a problem. Y'all have a good day.
You too. On this day in 1970, a charter jet carrying 37 members of the Marshall University football team, the coaches and doctors, and 25 of their biggest boosters crashed, killing all aboard. So there's your news for the day.
All right. Good morning, ma'am. May I get your name, please?
Crystal Johnson.
All right. Ms. Cavetto, just so you'll know, on this case, Ms. Johnson has a bench warrant for probation violation in the 34th District Court. Do you still wish to proceed on this? And she has no bond.
And I'm sorry, Judge, this is one of the interviews that Adam did and had not received the spreadsheet. She is waiving.
She is waiving. Okay.
Yes, so sorry.
All right. So, ma'am, what's going to happen is this. You're going to get with, I'm not sure, who is her public defender? Do you know?
I can look it up.
So what's going to happen today, ma'am, because you have the probation violation on the 34th, I cannot hear that. You have no bond in that case. You're going to need to see Judge Moody regarding that. And it would probably be better off if you saw Judge Moody before you took care of the misdemeanor case, okay? So right now I'm just trying to find the name of your attorney, and that attorney should get in touch with you regarding that.
Okay.
And Judge, so right now she's not assigned to anybody because she was under the unable to locate files.
Okay.
So she'll be assigned to somebody in the next day or two.
Somebody should be reaching out to you soon, ma'am, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. You may be excused.
Thank you.
So this is case cause number 39272. And how do I say your last name, ma'am? Knitzer.
All right, I gotta be honest with you here. I can't recommend this. You guys are not ready for Helga. You're gonna want to pull your hair out.
You're filed lawsuits against the Timber Apartments and asking for $3,396.94. You raise your right hand, please. Do you swear and affirm the information and testimony you provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
You can put your hand down. How is it that, so Ms. Witt, Ms. Snyder, I'm going to hear from her first, and then following that, whichever one of you wishes to speak first, or maybe you both do, I'll take you one at a time, and then we'll go from there. So go ahead, ma'am. How is it that they break down for me that...
Okay. As an overview, I have moved into this apartment the end of January, the last couple of days in January, moved out end of May.
So you're only there for like about 4 months or so?
4 months, yes, sir.
I warned you.
The very first day I moved into, and almost every day thereafter, I was faced with harassment. Starting with the neighbor from upstairs, and it started the very first morning I woke up, and it never stopped. I have been threatened
It never stopped.
4 to 6 times. Some of it is in writing, with the threat of being evicted.
Well, from what I understand and from what I'm reading, that there were some issues about your dog?
Yeah, there was some issue. I was called on the carpet for everything. This was one, the neighbor said my dog was running loose. Yeah. And I said, my dog is not loose. So I started taking a picture of the person next door because she has a dog kind of white, but they said it was a white dog that was running loose. That was it. And I was called on the carpet. Like I said, I was called on the carpet for everything they could find. Okay. So, and so I don't know. I don't know what
here's where we're at. Here's where I'm at, ma'am.
Yes.
And so I've reviewed, I didn't see, I looked, there says defendant exhibits. I didn't see any exhibits or pictures or anything like that was submitted by you.
Well,
let me finish.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And so my understanding of what happened is you were there for a period of time. At some point, they decided that you would have to leave. And then let me finish, ma'am. And then they gave you notice, and then you eventually left. And then there's the issue of the deposit. I saw some records in there as to why they kept the deposit. And then now you're asking for, again, a judgment in the amount of nearly $3,400. What I need to know is, what did they do wrong? How is it that you're owed that money? And you need to itemize all that and explain why.
Okay, they did not give me a receipt of anything, but that's okay. What really got me going, I was going to move out, give my deposit, and just forget this place. But on the June 7th, I had not, by June 7th, after moving out end of May, I think it was like that. Yeah. No, July 7th, by July 7th, after moving out end of May, I have not received a notice of my deposit or received the deposit. I went to the department, to the timber apartment, and I said, I've never received anything on my deposit. And they said,
yeah, you'll see Helga really doesn't have her spreadsheets together.
here it is, it was returned. They only had half of the address that was required, so it was returned. It was incorrect. They couldn't deliver the letter.
So they sent it to you, but you didn't get it.
But it was returned, right.
Okay, all right.
So they did send it to me. And so on the 7th, when I picked up the papers, I left, I went into my car and I read, whoa, there is an attachment. It's called apartment condition move-in. That was falsified. I did not see that paper.
Was this the one when you moved out?
When I moved out on this July 7th is when I received, that was part of my paperwork that
and that was you're saying at some point you said that was forged.
That is forged. Okay. What I did is I contacted, there was a phone number in the website, and I contacted, at first I contacted a Thurston County non-emergency number. I eventually spoke to an Officer Johnson, batch 71. And I told him about the forgery of this document. And he wanted to have copies of signatures. So I sent him copies of all of my signatures on checkbooks and other stuff. And he said, that's enough. He said, it is clearly a forgery. They say it was never forged. Right. I have never even seen that document. And in fact, when I wrote them an email on the 7th of July, I sent those people an email and saying they have 1 week to return my monies. And I said, or I will take it to court. So.
Well, okay, so first of all.
Yes.
For nearly $3,400.
Correct.
So, yeah. I need you to itemize the rest of that for me.
I will try to, and I probably don't get it, but that's okay. What I'm going to say is this. I was there for 4 months. I was harassed. The maintenance.
At least Helga knows she doesn't have proof. I mean, I give her points for the self-awareness, but why are we in court then?
Maintenance man, I cannot prove it, but the maintenance man went out there, dumped stuff in the hallway. I got a letter from them saying I have to clean it up by this date. the maintenance man and the people went like this when they seen me getting upset. They managed it. So to me, that was a sign, hey, we did it. We got it. Okay. And they tried to run over me, the apartment from upstairs. She was in good friends with the people in the office. She was there for several years. And like I said, the very first day it started. And that's because I tied my dog onto a railing so I could get some items out of the trunk of my car. And it wasn't going to be long, and she comes running in and she starts yelling at me. And I said, I can't understand you. I'm hard of hearing. And then she just yelled some more and just walked up. But there were attempts. They looked.
Well, if you're hard of hearing, then the yelling would help. I'm just saying, I think it's considerate under the circumstances.
They're coming over to the garbage can where I was standing, trying to run me over. It was ongoing. It was a nightmare. It was so hard. And that's why I've said, okay, and then the managers, your dog's loose. Your dog's barking. You got cardboards in the window. You need to move them out. You can have cardboards in the window, even though other people had them. I've got a letter on that too. What else? Threats of evictions.
Cardboards in the window is an issue. I think pretty much all these apartments outlaw that sort of thing.
In writing, some of it, but never happened. Just harassment. And so I had a break-in attempt for my window. My window was pulled down, the window screen. I took a picture of that. And I think I sent it in. But it was a 4-month.
I will tell you, ma'am, I didn't see any pictures sent in by you.
It's okay. It's okay. Just pretend you don't have it, but I have it here.
Okay, well, I don't, it's not something I can pretend. I actually don't have it.
It's okay, sir. Let me see what I got.
I can't pretend because I don't have it. So what I'm going to do is just go with my baseline of stating that I don't have it and then just not having it. That's what I'm rolling with. There will be no pretending involved. Carry on.
And one of the reasons I asked for that much money is because when I went there for an apartment, they quoted me different prices than what I was actually charged. They had temps working there, and I was told $1,300, then I was told $1,400, and then they compromised eventually in between, and I did sign the freaking paper. And that's why I have part of that money in there. It's a difference of what I was originally quoted and what I eventually signed for. It was about a $50 or $75 difference in rent. And for 4 months, I added that to this list. And the reason I requested moving fee is because even though I asked for it to move out, and after about 7 months, they said, yes, you can. This is when you can move out without penalty. Yes, they did do that for me. But because of the harassment, I've asked, and because they wanted me out, I feel strongly they wanted me out. Basically because of this lady up there and the one next door. And so I felt like I deserved the moving cost. That's what I did. So no.
Go ahead. We can hear from one of the folks from the Timbers.
Pardon?
I want to hear from at least one of the folks from the Timbers, and then I'll come back and let you.
I'm looking for some of the pictures.
Okay. Who's going to speak first?
I
Ms.
will,
Snyder?
Your
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you raise your right hand, please?
Yes.
And do you swear and affirm the information and testimony you provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. Go ahead. What's your perspective on what we've heard thus far?
Your Honor, so I'm the regional manager, and I'm quite familiar with Helga. The staff there at the property communicated with me quite often about what was happening. So Helga, a brief rundown because there's a lot of moving parts here. Helga signed her lease on January 29th of 2025. The lease term was through December 31st of 2025. She moved in and she was having her and her neighbors surrounding her were having consistent complaints. So not only did the neighbors have complaints with Helga, Helga had complaints with the neighbors. So they weren't eviction notices, they were 30-day comply notices to basically whatever we were trying to resolve the disputes between each neighbor and make all parties happy. Unfortunately, it just continued between the neighbors, the disputes, to the point that police were called between the two of them. And Helga continually
What was this all about,
emailed requests.
as far as you know?
There was a lot of about trash left in the hallways. There was disputes, complaints regarding her animal. Helga, I think at one point had followed the other resident to a laundry room and started yelling at her. It just became very unhealthy for all parties involved. And Helga continued to email requesting to break her lease. At that point, 4 months in, roughly, we went ahead and decided, I think it would be best if we allow her to break her lease. So we allowed her to do that. And we did not penalize her for breaking her lease at that point in time. As for the apartment condition checklist, so that is a form that the resident signs, and I'm not sure if Helga's not remembering that form, but that's a form that is signed along with the lease and the other addendums when a resident moves in. So it's not something that Helga would have signed upon her move out. That is a form that is signed, that would have been signed back on January 29th. So I'm not sure, where that was coming from. And then as far as the move out charges, when Helga moved in, the carpet was brand new. She was only there for roughly, again, 4 months. And we provided pictures from the dog of the pet damage from the urine. And so it did have to be replaced. And so that total with the invoice is attached to the documents. So that was where Helga ended up owing the $696. That was the balance.
And so then if I understand, like the move in, and I have it in front of me right now, the signature was put on there on January 25th. And then below that, when it says resident credits, somebody wrote in $1,000 security deposit, and then it's like carpet, like 14 something, 86 cents, and then cleaning for $240. And then that left the two, and that was written after. So this wasn't written when, that part of it was written when they were moved out. But the upper part of it where the signature is, that was back in January. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes. Yeah. The bottom signature.
Hold it for a second. So do you understand that, ma'am? Hang on just a minute.
Yes, I understood what she said.
So that signature wasn't, they're not saying that signature was put there when you moved out. And I got to tell, yeah, that's where I'm looking at the same thing. And I will tell you, I'm not a handwriting expert, but I did make a copy of it and I looked at other places where you'd signed stuff. And I got to be honest with you, ma'am, it looks an awful lot like your signature. I mean, it's either an excellent forgery, which I handed out, or it's actually your signature back in January.
Did you happen to see the contract signature or the ones below?
I looked at you have a number of signatures there, both on checks and other stuff, and I kind of matched them. Again, I'm not a handwriting expert. So hang on
I know
just a
you're
second.
the judge,
So,
and that's
ma'am,
okay.
Yeah, and I didn't interrupt you, and I didn't interrupt them, and they didn't interrupt you either. So let me finish my thought, okay? So, yeah, I'm not a handwriting expert, and but when you're the plaintiff in a lawsuit, you bear a responsibility, a burden of proof, and you need to get some sort of testimony that's going to convince me that that's not your signature. And so anyway, I just wanted to let you know that.
Okay.
So Ms. Snyder was speaking, and I'm going to let her finish, if she's not. unless he already is finished.
I'm about finished. I just wanted to say, to Helga that the $1,000 security deposit was used towards that balance, the move out balance, to replace that carpet. And we understand that she had shoulder surgery. And so, that security, that $1,000 went towards those move out balances. So that was used. It wasn't withheld. And so that's basically all I have to say, Judge.
Well, and then you told me that the carpet was new when she moved in.
Yes.
And then I thought I saw in there that, tell me about the condition it was in when she moved out, and then I'll have her respond to it at the appropriate time.
Okay. So there was pictures provided of the pet damage when Helga had vacated and given keys. We went in and there was a strong odor of urine. And so the pictures of the pet damage, the urine stains, were provided, as well as the clean cost as well, with the receipts from the vendors.
And then now, last thing, tell me about sending her, as I'm sure you well know, there's time limits involved in getting these things to a tenant who moves out. Tell me about that.
Correct. Helga provided in an email the forwarding address that she wanted the apartment condition checklist mailed out to. Unfortunately, it was the incorrect address, and this was May 31st. Helga came in on June 7th to receive that returned envelope back to the office because we weren't provided with the correct forwarding address.
When did she move out?
May 31st.
Okay, so she got that within 30 days.
Correct.
Is what you're telling me. Okay, all right. Okay, so Ms. Witt, did you have anything you wish to add? I'll swear you in as well.
No, Your Honor, I'm just here with Jordana because I was here in the office when it first started.
Okay. So Ms. Yeah, I knew that. Thank you. Talk to me about the carpet. She's saying that there was pet urine on the carpet and it smelled, and
the carpet was absolutely, I swear to God, was not clean, was not new. They may have shampooed it, but
I swear to God.
When you shampoo a carpet.
Okay, so I'm going to stop you.
Okay.
I'm more interested in the condition it was in when you left rather than when you, because if.
Would you repeat that question?
I said, I want to know what condition the apartment was in when you left the apartment.
It was clean. The man that I tried to get to come in, but we broke up. He said, you cleaned it. If I walk in that house, I would be happy. So just that much. But the apartment, when I left, it was clean. I cleaned the fridge, I cleaned the cabinets, I cleaned the floor, I vacuumed the carpets. I cleaned everything except the stove top because that requires the knife that you clean the flat stove with, and I couldn't do it with my arm. So, but that one was dirty. Clean, wipe down, yes, but not clean, like I would like to have had. So, but other than that, it was good. It was good, sir. I don't know what to say, but may I show you the apartment condition checklist and some pictures? No.
Give me just a second. Can I print from here? You should be hooked up. Okay. Let's see. Hang on a second. I forgot to look. What pictures do you wish to show me, ma'am? And how many are there? And I'm going to assume that.
Can I come up?
Yeah. How many pictures? Wait, just wait.
Oh, okay.
How many pictures do you want me to see, first of all?
Okay. One of them is signature, and the other one is where they took the screen down. When the screen was broken down.
Well, you weren't what you were, okay.
And one of them
Here's
is,
where I'm at, ma'am. Okay. I said, here's where I'm at with regard to this case.
okay,
You know, I don't find that the long and the short of it is, you know, this was a tenancy which apparently didn't go well from the start. It was your desire to leave, and I think that kind of seems that that was kind of mutual after a while. And then you left, and I don't have any itemization for anything. So really what it gets down to is whether or not you get your damage deposit back. And it looks like you got a appropriate notice. I'm looking at a picture, which appears to me to be urine damage on a carpet. And that was, you know, with the screen being torn down, they're not deducting for that. So that's not an issue.
okay.
What the issue that I'm interested in is the condition of the carpet, because, and there was a cleaning fee, which is that cleaning fee, is that a non-refundable thing that's done on taken from every deposit?
That was just the cleaning vendor charge.
Got it. Okay. So there's a
Yes.
cleaning thing, and you yourself said it wasn't clean, and then there was the condition of the apartment of the carpet. So that's kind of the picture. I don't need to see the bent screen. That's not an issue. So, but go ahead. What do you want? I'll let you finish.
Well, I can see, other people can see that this is a forgery, and I don't.
Well, I can't. And I mean, I just can't.
It's okay, sir. I'm okay. You're the boss.
Well,
It's okay.
so, and you know, I'll say, well, this is what I'm ready to rule on this case, ma'am. And this is what I'm going to do. So, well, first of all, where are you living now? Did you land at a good place, or where?
I love it. I really love it.
All right.
It's so nice.
Well, that's good.
It's 1,100 square.
I don't need to know. I just need to know whether or not it's a good place or not. But, you know, in the, you know, you're the plaintiff. Anytime a plaintiff, the plaintiff in the lawsuit has some certain responsibilities, and that, you know, they carry burden in criminal cases. They have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that that the person did what they're saying, what you're doing. This is not a criminal case. This is a small claim civil case, but there's still standards and burdens of proof. And, you know, you have to show beyond a reasonable doubt, or not by a preponderance of the evidence, or is it more likely than not that the withholding of the deposit was unreasonable, they didn't have a reason to do that, or was done in bad faith, or anything like that. And ma'am, I just can't find that in this case. And so I'm happy that you're at a good place. I hope that continues to go well for you. But, you know, but in this case, I'm going to fine for the defense, and I'm not going to award a judgment in this case. All right. And you're free to leave.
Thank you.
And then the folks from the Timbers are free to go as well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So we're going to have, looks like we're going to have two other trials, and then we're going to start with Ms. Dakuti and the heart-to-heart home care.
Okay.
And so
I'm
then,
here.
What's that? Yeah, I see you. So,
Neither party is allowed to have an attorney in small claims court. Raise your right hand. You all swear or affirm that any testimony you are about to give in this matter will be true to the best of your knowledge and belief.
actually, before I take these cases, I printed out some materials from both of these cases, and
there we go. That's all we have. I warned you about Helga. I warned you, but you watched it anyway. Thanks for coming out. I'll see y'all soon.
Any decision made here is final. this matter will be true to the best of your knowledge and belief.